Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, it's Wes with the MOA, and we're back. I forgot to call you Jack and Jill, but you'll get over it. Back with another video. I'm here at Morton's BMW, where they kindly loaned me a lift and let me keep my tools here and some other stuff. And I'm really grateful for that because they're big supporters of the MOA, and I'm a big supporter of them. As a matter of fact, I just spent $93 buying the parts I need to fix my turn signal, which I'm gonna show you the pictures of my first attempted fix, and then we're gonna show you two ways, and I say we because it's me and my lovely assistant, George. Say hi, George. Hello. We're gonna show you two ways to fix the turn signal. We're gonna show you the easy way and the hard way. And then, because the hard way involves taking panels off, we're also gonna show you how to replace the air filter on your 2014 to 2000 whatever R1200GS. Is the 1250 the same process?
1250 is not the same. They
moved the airbox?
So, yes.
Well, even if they didn't, it's not the same, and that's what matters. So liquid cooled R1200GS.
Not Adventure.
Not Adventure. Regular GS, normal GS, because I'm a normal person. And that's what we're gonna do. So kind of a two-in-one thing. I fixed it with some tape, a cotter pin, and two hose clamps. Very bodgy fix, but then the mount stalk broke, and I'm gonna try and fix that with some plastic. Oh no, that's coming apart. That's not gonna fix. Yeah, now it's in pieces. So yeah, that's wasted, but I got a new one. And so we're gonna, like I said, show you the easy way and the hard way to replace this. All right, for the easy way, we should need two tools. We need a number 1 Phillips. There you go, number 1. And we need a T30 Torx. Now, if you work on motorcycles a lot, get yourself two really nice Torx drivers. Get a T30 and a T25, because these things are worth their weight in gold if you work on bikes a whole lot. And here's a pro tip from George. To identify them quickly and easily in your toolbox, because 25 and 30 look very similar.
Or on the side of the road at night.
Or on the side of the road at night. Get them in two different colors, and then you know which one is which. Of course, you have to remember which color is which, but you'll figure that out pretty quick. So, little pro tip for you there. Okay, so George swears this works. So first we're gonna take the little tiny screw out of the end of the lens and put that in a safe place. And the lens just comes out. It's got a little hook on it that fits into the slot. And then you said the reflector comes out.
Grab it by the bulb.
Grab it by the bulb. How's that you say? Pops right out? Yeah, but this is my motorcycle we're talking about.
Having a little trouble, it doesn't want to come out, so we're using another tool you should have on your bike at all times.
A right angle pick.
A right angle little pick, so you can just pop out there for you. What have you done, Wes?
I must have knocked it into something. There it goes.
There we go.
I told you it was broken. Okay, so now what are we looking at?
Just unplug those wires. The brown is the ground, and the blue and whatever color is the positive.
Okay, so we just unplug those two little wires.
And you don't want to get them backwards on a canvas.
Would that be as bad as crossing the streams?
Yes.
All right, so there's and this part isn't broken, so I'm gonna keep that because I might be able to use that in the future.
Same with the turn signal lens.
Yeah, exactly. But now I can remove the broken. Man, I really don't understand why it, right under the lift.
Don't lose that screw.
And then we should be able to extract. The wires are different lengths, so I feel like they would be difficult to confuse. And there's your broken turn signal stalk. Yeah, that is really, man, look at that. That's cracked all the way through. I mean,
Not exactly a robust design.
Well, I mean, it's meant to be break away.
Yeah.
So
this is the time when you take a look at the wires, make sure you have no damage. You can pull it out of this hole, get a closer look at it, make sure where it goes through the hole that there has been no chafing, tearing, and the turn signal is still working, so we know that these wires have not been broken.
So now we're gonna perform a little surgery on this part because we want to take the wire out and use the rest of the assembly. So I'm not gonna show you that because I already showed you how to take it apart. Okay, now's the fun part, which is feeding the wires through the tiny little, you see the very small hole. But see, they made them different lengths so that they don't stack, which should theoretically make them just ever so much easier to feed through. Holy shit, George, this worked.
Got it right the first time.
Oh, actually it's even easier than that. You put it in vertical and rotate it. Look how easy that was.
And just finger tight. You don't need to use two hands and grunt. You're not playing tennis.
That's right. Now I could put either one back in, but I'm going to put the new one back in because I paid $93 for this turn signal. Don't mix up the wires, right?
Correct. Roundest to the...
Well, yeah, one is short and one is long, but we can also test it before. What happens if we reverse the wires? Does it just burn the bulb out spectacularly?
I don't know, but with CAN bus it doesn't have fuses, so I would hope it would just not do anything.
Yeah. Well, let's find out.
It might work and it might be fine, but it's always best to let electrons flow the way they want to.
Yeah, hey, it works. Press this back in there.
Make sure you get it coming.
I probably ought to tug the wires just a little bit to snug it up so I'm not trying to mash the entirety of the wires in there. There we go. Just remember the little latch on the lens.
And on this part, BMW broke with decades of tradition of not including the little screw that holds the turn signal lens on.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So they actually, for $90, you actually get a tiny little screw for a change.
All right, and that doesn't need to be Gorilla Tight either.
Nope, just no.
Okay, so that was the easy way. And frankly, it was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. So now we're gonna do it the hard way. And that's gonna start by, we gotta take off this panel, we gotta take off this panel, we gotta take off this panel, and we gotta take off this panel, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna show you where all the screws are, and then we're gonna take off the panels. If you're being a good boy and replacing the turn signal the hard way, this is the list of things you have to do. They actually want you to take off all of the side panels and side covers. I don't know why they want you to do left and right, but that's how you do it. So what we did was way easier than this. So there's one, we'll take that out. I must be riding in the rain or something because these are all really dirty. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one. And there's two screws, one in the front, one in the back. Does this have to come off to get this off?
Kind of. That there is a push pin. It's a pain in the butt. And chances are you'll lose one of the two pieces that it is made of. But once you have the two screws out,
did I forget one? No, they're just firmly
you've got
clipped.
two screws up front.
Oh, there's two here. Where are the two screws up front?
We'll show you on the other side because it's just the same and you don't have to walk around.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hold on. There we go. So those two screws got to come out and they're tucked inside.
Yep.
So that's now 4 screws to get one panel off. What is this, an RT?
No, that's only got 3 screws.
And those feel like screws I would forget to put back in.
If you do, they make a little clack, 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 clack sound as you're riding down the road.
Yeah, because the wind is catching right in
The wind
them.
catches them just enough. But as soon as you stop, you go, I don't know what's rattling. I don't get it.
It's fine.
Because they pop right back
Unless your
out.
idle is way, way off.
And that's why you don't pull too hard, because there's always a missing screw somewhere. So there, you can just lay that. Ooh.
Don't say, that sounded like a bad ew.
Yeah, you got a squatter in here.
Is he still there?
No.
Oh yeah, look at that, little rat nest. Well, that's not a huge surprise.
That's the skipper not riding the bike for a year.
Yeah, when a bike sits for a year, was it impeding my airflow? I don't think so. I don't see any gnawed wires. So we'll get that cleaned out. It's lovely, it's good work. So you'll notice that because this bike is liquid cooled, here's the cap for the radiator, and here's the overflow tank. So this is a good opportunity to check your overflow tank and see if...
This is the low, and that's the high.
And where's mine?
Low. And this is measured at cold.
Which, you know, my bike is pretty cold. There's the low.
This is acceptable. But
Gotcha.
since we're in here, we will fill it up to the high at cold.
After we wipe off the cap.
After we wipe off the cap. Because you can see, maybe the mouse chewed it up, or maybe it just broke off. They do tend to deteriorate.
Now, where's the turn signal wire? Have we
That
found
is
it yet?
Under this panel.
Oh, so we got one more panel to go. And there's the snorkel that goes into the airbox. In the airbox video, I showed you the other end of that.
No, you didn't. We didn't record that.
Oh, okay. Well,
That was before I forgot to push the button.
trust me, that's the front end of the snorkel. Okay, now that we've gotten all the hidden screws. Oh, that looks like it's got a shoulder on it.
Yep, that's a
So-
double shoulder. 'cause
So
it's
we
going
need to
through
keep need to keep track of that one. That goes in a different place. All right. Uh-oh. Let's see if the little side one works there. Because I don't want to take those off. Those are held on with nuts and bolts. No.
90-degree T25, very handy.
So this is actually just a wind deflector from a
GSA.
GS Adventure. Is it even in the picture? Yeah. That I put on there because it helps keep the noise down. But obviously, I didn't think about taking this panel off.
Shame.
Oh, we're definitely getting sued now.
I don't even know what that's from.
Game of Thrones.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
That's,
Yeah, I'm that guy that's never seen Game of Thrones. I just know it because it's in the zeitgeist.
And this, folks, is how a 10-minute job turns into an all-day excursion.
Well, take the other screws out.
What
Set
other
that aside.
screws?
You have to take this panel off.
Okay. This has two screws at the back, but it just slides in the front, so that comes off pretty easy. You can see there's a little post thingy there that this fits into. I guess technically that's a hole. And then hidden here, there's another screw.
Because there's always another hidden screw.
Yeah.
And putting little things on like these winglets on are why when you go to the dealer and they quoted you 3 hours and they charge you 5 hours,
This
it's
is why.
because chances are your bike has some ridiculous modification that takes a simple 30-second job and turns it into a...
And that, folks, that is exactly why George replaces turn signals the easy way.
Well, it's still not there. Forget it.
Not quite there yet. There it goes. Now, once that's off, this whole panel just comes right down. Easy peasy. So now all the panels are off that we needed to get off. And we're gonna show you where the other end of that wire is. So hold on just a second. Oh, so it is this one.
It's this connector.
Okay. So we don't have to take it all the way out.
No.
Now we can see it. But you can see why it's a pain in the neck to do it that way.
And it's just held in with a little clip, which I can do with my finger, but you can't see it if I do it with my finger. You gotta pull this tab back a little.
Just a little. You don't want to
Just
snap
a
it
little.
off.
All right.
And then
Boop. Come on.
that's why you have the bet. That's a very long screwdriver, George.
It is, but my head is very large.
I like tomatoes.
And then you just unclip it, feed it up.
Oh, so we'd have to take the beak off too. Oh no, you could feed it in and out.
Yeah, you can feed it in, or you can just take that screw off,
Yeah.
pop it out a little bit.
Wow, I'm glad we did it the easy way.
Yeah, and that's why there's the easy way and if you got wires dangling and you're on the side of the road, it's really best to, if you can, get someplace that doesn't have dirt underneath your feet, because you will
Right.
drop a screw and scream and yell.
All right, now assembly is the reverse of disassembly, so we're not going to show you how to put it back together unless we come up with a trick or a tip that is going to be helpful. So there we go.
The little tab, little bump, goes to the outside.
Right. That engages with the tab. So we'll be back when the bike's all put back together to do a wrap up. I'm gonna give you one little tip on these body panel screws. They don't have to be super tight. If you just run them down, they get to a point where they stop. You don't need to try to go past that. So when it stops, stop tightening it. You don't need to go gorilla on them.
And don't Loctite it. If you Loctite it, I will hunt you down.
So George had the good sense to check my other turn signal, which is the same age as the broken one. And you can see where he's pointing to a tiny little crack forming in the mount. So I might be able to get that with one of those plastic repair kits with the little staples, the heat staples, maybe. We'll see, I'll try that.
Don't be shocked when it breaks on the way home because you were just here.
Yeah. Well, and I don't have one of these anyways, but yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's going soon. Maybe we'll dribble a little super glue in that crack just to hold it a little stable. But that one's gonna break too, so yay. But now I know how to do it the easy way, so.
And you see how much harder the hard way is.
Yes,
and that
it is.
wasn't even the official hard way.
No, yeah, because we didn't take the beak off. Fun.